So today we're talking about writing an introduction, and when we think about introductions, sometimes it can be really helpful to also think about movie previews. So why do producers, people in marketing, directors create that preview? Tell me one reason, Gianna. Okay, so they want to get people excited to watch their movie, right? Why else, Maddie? Exactly, they want to get the person watching that preview hooked and excited to watch it. What else do we often find in a movie preview? Like when you watch a preview, what should you walk away knowing? Annabelle?
At least the main idea, but you shouldn't know what happens at the end. You should just know like what the start of the movie is and what the problem is.
Yeah, so you got a pretty good idea of what that movie's about. No spoilers, right? And when do they usually tell us the title of the movie? When do we usually find out the title? Dakota? At the end, exactly. So if you can remember all those things about a movie preview, hopefully you'll be able to remember all the things that you should include in your introduction. So we want to make sure that our introduction is a hit. Just like movie producers hopefully want to make sure their movie's a hit, we want to remember those three letters, H-I-T, when we're writing our introductions. So first we have that H. It stands for hook your reader. We want to grab our reader's attention. Now, when we are writing a first line in introductions for a literary analysis, it's going to sound a bit different than when we go to write a narrative because we have a different purpose for writing. So we might try to start off with a question or the magic three. What do you think a magic three could look like as a question? That smiley face trick we've talked about this year. Owen?
Have you ever been tired, sad, or depressed?
Yeah, so maybe you're going to add in three specific things into that one sentence. Or you could possibly write a series of three really intriguing questions. So I'm thinking about my book Flipped, which is what I'll be writing about. And maybe I might start off with, have you ever started a new school? Have you ever met a new neighbor? Have you ever been introduced to someone who was the complete opposite of you? Okay, so two different ways that you could use the magic three to really hook your reader. Next, our next two approaches, the imagine statement and setting the scene, are a bit related. But with the imagine statement, you're actually going to start with the word imagine. So you're going to throw your reader right into the text that you're writing about. You could say, imagine this. You move to a new neighborhood and your next door neighbor is completely crazy. All right? So you're getting your reader to think a little bit about the character or the conflict. With setting the scene, maybe that's where you're using some specific details for effect to describe a key point in your book. And finally, with quote, you have a little bit of freedom there. So again, you could go two different directions. You could find a meaningful quote in your novel or in the text, or maybe you want to take the time to research a famous quote that you think would tie in with your topic. So step one, hook your reader. What is step two? What does our I stand for? Annabelle?
Introduce text, authors, and topic.
Yeah, so then you want to, just like in a movie preview, you want to give your reader a preview into what they'll be reading about. So you're going to want to say the name of the texts that you're writing about and the authors. In this case, it's going to be the name of our novel and the author of the novel. And then you're going to want to give them a very brief introduction to what it's about without any spoilers. So like a 2-sentence summary. What happened in your book? And then finally, our T, what does our T stand for? What does that T stand for? Colin? the thesis or claim. So that's where you're exactly letting your readers know what it is that you are writing about. And most of us have already created that thesis statement. The rest of our essay will provide evidence to support that thesis statement. So we're arguing a point about the novel. About how long do you think your introduction should be? Knowing this information, how many sentences do you think a strong introduction should be? Dakota? I'd say at least 4, probably between 4 to 6 sentences where we're really trying to hook our reader, get those smiley face tricks in. So just remember, if you want to have a strong introduction, you want to make sure it's a HIT, H-I-T.